This video is going to be about the seat belts in the car, the Tvr. The driver's side, I mean the passenger side don't matter at the moment, but I'll probably do the same to both sides. You get in the car, you put your arm across your shoulder and you get hold of the seat belt and you pull, and it don't come, it's tight, really tight, which led me to believe that the actual inertia reel seat belt unit was faulty. However, in the receipts, when I got the car a couple of years ago, the driver's seat belt were changed because it were tight, and I thought there's something else wrong. So on a bit of investigation, which I'll show, the belt holder that the belt seat belt comes through behind you, the slotted thing, is so far back that the mounted seat belt on the floor, the cassette, the belt runs all the way up the carpet and curves around it. So you've got the friction of the carpet against the belt all the way up, which makes it tight. And I found that if I lifted the seat forward and had a play around with it and got hold of the belt from the cassette, it was free as a bird. Of course, if you pull it hard it locks, but it's free. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some adapter brackets. We'll be doing a bit on the milling machine, probably a bit on the lathe, making some spacers, etc. We'll get on with it and you can see what we've done. Hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching in advance. Right, so let's have a look. So one of the biggest niggles with the Tvr Chimaera, I don't know if Griffith's the same, probably not, but is pulling your seatbelt when you sat in the car. To pull it on, the effort required is quite a lot. It's two hands getting hold of it to pull it out, to latch it onto the seat buckle. It's got these steady things on that somebody's put on. I don't know whether they're standard or whether that's an extra, I don't know, but I've pulled headrest out so I could get to it, so I could see what we're doing. Let me explain. This is being covered already on piston heads by somebody who makes little brackets to help alleviate this problem. I'm not going to buy anything, I'm going to see if I can make something. So yeah, the problem is you're pulling the seat belt and it's hard to pull simply because the seat belt is down there and then this belt is rubbing against the carpet all the way up there. It's rubbing on the carpet. So if I could pull that out here a bit, then it's quite free. So this bracket wants to come off and I need to see if I can get some steel and make an extension and bring them out a bit. Not sure by how far yet. I think first thing to do is go into a workshop and see if I can find some steel. See what we've got. We're looking at aluminium. No, it needs to be strong, because these are 8.8 tensile. You can see that. Bolts for seat belts. 7/16 UNF, if anybody needs to know. Mild steel. I don't think I've got out. Not brass or copper. Alloy stainless. I mean, I suppose I could make them out of aluminium. I've got some big stuff there that would do it. Oh, stainless. .40 by 5. think that's all we need. Right, come back in a sec. Right, so if I try and remove the bolt that's holding that belt slider, and then make a piece of plate of an unknown length, and bolt that back on where the existing came off, then move that belt buckle out to here, I'm going to straighten that belt up and hopefully make it easier to pull. So that's what I need to do. Got to make it look pretty, I guess, so that's going to need sort of rounding off on corners. I think it's some milling machine work actually. We round that right round. Probably the same at other end when I cut that, round that off. So I need to get my milling machine up and running and get a rotary table on it. And a nice carbide cutter, because stainless is quite hard to cut. Okay, I think that's it. Right, so this is what I've come up with. This piece of metal is 200mm long. I haven't got out any longer. So we're going to go come in 20 and drill a hole which will take the 7/16 bolt. We're going to do in 20 for the bolt there. So that's the two bolts. That's set. 60mm is how far it's going to space it from centre to centre away from where it is now, which I think should get us somewhere. The steel's 40mm wide, it's 5mm thick, so it should be quite strong enough. And then I'm going to radius these corners with a milling cutter. Ready for drilling. .09, 39.59, half a mil there, 40.29, 39, right, these are going to need milling if I'm going to make them accurate. So I'm going to have to set my vise up. They're not parallel. They've obviously been laser cut or cut somehow slightly out of parallel. So what I'll do is I'll gang them up together and we'll set them in the milling machine. Oh yeah, I can feel it, there's loads out, and mill top of one of them until we get a pair of parallel faces to work with. Not so bothered about the ends. So I'll set all that up on the milling machine. So we've got a 12mm 4 flute end mill. That I've just dropped. you can see that. Bit of torch. So the front one must be thicker than the back one, because all it's done is take metal off the front one. So we'll take it down a few thou. We'll use the Z drive. So let's zero everything. Very nice. For you that have never seen this before, drilling on a milling machine, I'll show you what you can use. So you can use a chuck like this. This is a hand chuck, don't need a chuck key, keyless, good quality, and you can put that in and you can drill with that. But this is a collet. The collet system's extremely accurate. Which is why I'm doing it with a collet. So you don't have to, you quite just as easily use a chuck. Care about your drills, keep some lubrication on them, especially drilling stainless. If you do it dry and it gets hot, not only does the work hard and then you can't drill it anymore, it goes rock hard, but you wreck your drill bit. So it doesn't cost anything to put a little bit of lube on. Right, they're locked together now. Well, give them a clean, just deburr that, and we're ready to get rotary table on and start thinking about shaping them. Lovely job. So, as per our drawing, there, we've got 2. And I've milled them all the way around with milling machine as opposed to grinding them, which, as I say, you could do just as easy, probably easier to grind them, but I've done them accurately, and these holes are quite accurate too. So we've got to work out next is to that they're the shouldered bolts of the seat belt type. Hang on, I'll go get the bolt that come off the seat belt. Right, that's the TVR one. The plastic cap goes over the end of that. There was a serrated washer that sat on there, and that went through the seat belt buckle, if you want to call it that. I'm not sure what they call it. And that bolt then went in, and it trapped it between. That went into the body of the car, and that bolt went through, and then that gap there with that spring washer is what the unit swiveled on, the seat belt loop swiveled on. I'm not having that there anymore because that's going to be there. I can't bolt. I've got bolts that I could bolt the seat belt down the anchor unit at the back onto the body solid, but I'm not sure. There's carpet and I can't cut all that away, and I'm just fearful that if I did put that in, that eventually with any movement it could actually come undone, that bolt. Not an ideal. So ideally I do want some sort of a spacer whereby it could be just that kind of spacer like that, piece of dowel that goes through carpet, and then that'll nip up to it tight. That's probably the way I'm going to go actually. So I won't need any more of them. I'll just make some short ones. Come on, you must have something that'll do it. Oh, about this. Parts off of the I don't know what it's off. One job we're doing. There, mate, that'll do it. Right, that'll do it, I think. Yeah. Put that in to lathe, bore it to size to take a 7/16 bolt. It should leave enough meat round it, and all being well that'll nip up. Ideally it could have done with just being a bit bigger diameter. Ooh. Sorted. Spotting, sorry, I haven't got any spotting drills, so I'm using a centre drill. Get a start, it don't matter, just wrong angle, but it doesn't matter. Now inside. And I'm going to have to move bar out a bit. Right, I'm going to make it just a bit deeper than the original. That's one. Looking at me. Yeah, that'll be great. So that can go back in like that. Well, no, that'll go into the carpet. Then this bracket, and then this bolt. Right, they're made. Things a lot better. lot better. Just need to lift this seat now. See, we're riding on the carpet all the way down there now. It's clear. Just touching the carpet, just there, but not enough to give it any problems. That's fine as that really is. Yep, well pleased guys. Anybody? Okay, so that was a success. Worked out great. The seatbelt now is so much easier to pull. It's great. I could have made them slightly longer, those brackets. They wouldn't have encroached in anything or the back of the seat or anything like that. But definitely 100% better. Before, as I say, I used to get hold of it and I used to pull it a bit, then get the other hand and pull it with two hands to pull it out. It was so tight. Because the angle you're at, it's like the silly handbrake, isn't it? You're all at the wrong angle for pull, for your leverage of your arms. But now, it's great, as you've seen. So, next project, I'm not sure what, but I believe it might be taking a seat out. Yeah, I've got a reversing camera to fit in the back of the car, and camera at the front, and a little lens in the back where it's going to be pretty much hidden, and we've got a charger to fit, and all before winter. But I think my seat, I'm struggling to see over the steering wheel. Yeah, we've got LED headlights to do as well yet. Thanks for watching so far. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up guys, it really helps my channel. And if you've not subscribed before, click on subscribe and you can see through my playlist. And it ain't just about the TVR, we've got engineering stuff. If you look at my playlist, there's a stack of things from holidays abroad, Ventura, eating out, making food, lathe, milling machine, shows your workshop, fitting the two-post car lift. That's a good one actually. That's probably one of the best things I've ever done, fit that two-post car lift. You can now work under a car without laying on my back. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you on the next one.